If you're over 60, your bedroom might be quietly sabotaging your health in ways you'd never suspect. And the scary part is how sneaky it all is. Right now, there are 5 common culprits lurking in your sleep space that could be wrecking your rest, dragging down your well-being, and even setting you up for bigger problems down the road. Think chronic fatigue, respiratory issues, or worse. The worst part? Most people don't even think twice about them, brushing off little warning signs as just part of getting older, when really, it's the environment they're sleeping in night after night. Stick with me, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly what to ditch and why it matters more than ever at your age. It's not just about comfort anymore. It's about protecting your vitality. Your bedroom should be a haven for rest, recovery, and peace. A sacred spot where your body resets and your mind unwinds. But what if it's doing the opposite, slowly chipping away at your energy and resilience? Poor sleep, allergies, foggy thinking, and even achy joints might all trace back to the very place you recharge every night. And the evidence is piling up that our surroundings play a bigger role in health as we age than we ever realized. Here's the kicker. These issues creep up so subtly that you might not notice until it's too late, like a slow drip you don't hear until the bucket overflows. As we age, our bodies get less forgiving. Little irritants we shrugged off at 30 or 40 start hitting harder, wearing us down in ways we can't ignore. I bet you're thinking, my bedroom's fine. It's where I've slept for years. But trust me, once you see what's on this list, you'll start piecing it together, noticing how that sniffle or that groggy morning might not be random at all. Some of these will catch you off guard, shaking up what you thought you knew about your sleep setup. And the last one? It's a mistake almost everyone makes, a universal oversight that's so ingrained we don't even question it. So, let's dive in. Think about your own bedroom as we go. Picture it in your mind. The pillows, the corners, the stuff you've accumulated over time. If these troublemakers are hiding in there, it's time to act, because even tiny tweaks can transform how you feel every day, giving you back the restful nights and clear-headed mornings you deserve. Let's start with something you cuddle up to every night. Your pillow, and I mean really think about it, because this one's a game changer you might have overlooked. If it's over 2 years old, brace yourself. It's likely a breeding ground for dust mites, bacteria, sweat, and even mold, turning that fluffy friend into a silent health hazard you're smushing your face into for 6, 7, 8 hours a night. You're pressing your nose and mouth right into that mess, breathing it all in while you're at your most vulnerable. And it's no wonder it could be behind some of those nagging issues you've been chalking up to other causes. Ever wake up stuffy, sneezing, or with a raspy throat that you blame on a cold or the weather? That's not just a fluke. It could be your pillow stirring up allergies, acting like a little factory pumping out irritants right under your nose. Dust mites thrive in warm, damp spots, microscopic critters that set up camp in the fibers and feast on the skin flakes you naturally shed while you snooze. Gross, right? And it's their droppings, not even the mites themselves, that trigger those annoying symptoms like a runny nose, itchy eyes, or that hazy didn't sleep feeling that lingers all day. And it's not just allergies messing with you. Think about your skin, too, because that grimy pillow soaks up sweat and oils from your face every night, building up a layer of gunk that doesn't just sit there. It smears back onto your cheeks and forehead night after night like a bad recycling program. Struggling with breakouts, redness, or irritation that your fancy creams can't fix? Your pillow might be the sneaky culprit, undoing all your skincare efforts while you're dreaming. Worse yet, in humid climates, or if you're a sweaty sleeper. And let's be honest, who isn't sometimes? Mold can sprout inside those fibers, completely invisible, but you're inhaling those spores like a low-grade science experiment gone wrong, night after night. That can lead to brain fog that makes you forget where you parked, tiredness that coffee can't shake, or breathing trouble that leaves you wheezing without a clue why. So, here's the move. If your pillow's past its prime, toss it. No sentimentality allowed, because that cozy relic isn't worth the hit to your health. I know it's got that perfect dent where your head fits, but picture the invisible swarm living in it and let it go. Grab a new one. Bonus points for hypoallergenic ones made to fend off mites and mold, like those with bamboo covers or synthetic fills that laugh in the face of humidity. Can't replace it yet? At least slap on a protective cover, one of those zip-up kinds, and wash it often, weekly if you can swing it, to keep the nasties at bay. This one small swap can clear up your breathing, calm your skin, and boost your sleep quality fast, and you'll wonder why you didn't do it sooner once you feel the difference. Under the bed storage feels like a genius hack. Out of sight, out of mind, right? A clever way to stash holiday decorations, old shoes, or that box of keepsakes you've been meaning to sort through since 1997. Wrong. It's quietly tanking your sleep, turning your bed into a dust magnet you're lying on top of every night. And you might not even realize how much it's dragging you down until you hear this. How often do you clean down there? Really? Be honest with yourself. Because if you're like most people, it's a once-a-year ordeal at best, maybe when you drop something and have to fish it out with a broom handle. If that's the case, that neglected space is a playground for dust, bacteria, and mold, all wafting up through your mattress while you're out cold, breathing it in hour after hour like a low-budget horror movie you didn't sign up for. Waking up congested, sneezy, or with that itchy throat that makes you reach for tea. That junk might be why, not some mystery bug you caught at the grocery store. Dust mites feast on your shed skin down there. They're like tiny vampires with a buffet under your bed, and their waste kicks allergies into overdrive, leaving you with a runny nose that won't quit, watery eyes that make you look like you've been crying over a sad movie, or that morning feeling that no amount of stretching can shake. But it's more than just allergies at play here. Piling stuff under there chokes airflow, cutting off the circulation. Your bedroom needs to stay fresh and crisp, so you're left breathing stale, musty air instead of the clean oxygen your lungs crave. Ever feel groggy despite sleeping a solid 8 hours, like your brain's stuck in quicksand? That's a clue your air's gone bad, trapped by the fortress of boxes and bags you've built below. And here's a wild thought to chew on. Clutter messes with your mind, even when you're asleep. Some sleep gurus and energy buffs swear by this, saying a chaotic underbed vibe can spark restlessness, vivid nightmares, or that sense you didn't fully recharge, all because your brain picks up on the mess subconsciously, like it's whispering danger while you're trying to snooze. Picture it, a jumble of old sweaters and forgotten photo albums sending your nervous system into a quiet frenzy. Sounds crazy, but it tracks when you think about how clutter stresses you out when you're awake. So, peek under your bed, go on, right now if you can, and take stock. Is it packed tight with life's overflow? Clear it out, bit by bit if you have to, because the goal is empty space, or at least tidy, sealed bins that don't let dust party all night. Vacuum it clean. Really get in there with the hose attachment, and sleep with it clear for one night, just as a test run, and see how you feel when the sun comes up. You might wake up lighter, sharper, like a weight's been lifted you didn't even know was there. And that's the kind of win that makes you rethink every corner of your sleep setup. Who doesn't love a bedroom that smells like a spa, with that waft of lavender, vanilla, or fresh linen hitting you as you climb into bed? It's like a little hug from the universe, right? But hold up, because those candles and plug-ins might be secretly toxic, turning your cozy retreat into a chemical soup you're marinating in all night long. And the truth about them is way less comforting than the scents they promise. You're inhaling their artificial fragrances for hours while you sleep. Think about that. 8 hours of steady breathing, and they're loaded with synthetic chemicals that don't just fade into the ether like some harmless mist. They stick around, sinking into your sheets, your rugs, your curtains, even the paint on your walls like unwelcome house guests who won't leave. Waking up with headaches that pound like a drum, a scratchy throat that makes you cough for no reason, or a stuffed nose you blame on springtime pollen. Don't be so quick to point fingers at nature. It could be those volatile organic compounds, VOCs, hiding in your relaxing scents, a fancy term for stuff that floats around and messes with you on a cellular level. They irritate your lungs like tiny sandpaper scratches, mess with your sinuses until you're sniffling in your sleep, and might even throw your hormones off kilter over time, leaving you feeling out of whack without a clear reason why. If you've got asthma, allergies, or just sensitive airways from years of living, it's double trouble. Those sprays and wicks could turn a mild wheeze into a full-on struggle to catch your breath. Even after the candle's out or the spray settles, those toxins linger like a bad memory, soaking into every soft surface around you. So you're still sucking them in long after the cozy vibe wears off, night after night, like a slow drip of poison you didn't sign up for. Want a fix that doesn't kill the vibe? Skip the synthetic junk entirely. Those dollar store air fresheners and paraffin candles aren't worth it. and lean into nature instead. Try a diffuser with essential oils. A few drops of lavender can calm your nerves. Eucalyptus can clear your head, and they won't leave you hacking in the morning. Swap those chemical-laden candles for beeswax or soy ones scented with real plant extracts. Clean burning, no toxic baggage, just a pure glow and a gentle whiff that doesn't fight your body. Better yet, toss in a plant like a snake plant, peace lily, or aloe vera. They're like little air purifiers with roots, pulling junk out of the atmosphere and adding a fresh vibe without a single artificial molecule. And they look good doing it, too. Check your bedroom now. Go on, sniff around. If it's full of fake fragrances sitting on your nightstand or plugged into the wall, read those labels. Fragrance or parfum usually means trouble. Ditch them, trade up, and give it a week with cleaner air. You might sleep sounder, wake sharper, and finally ditch that mystery sinus funk that's been haunting you. Blackout curtains sound like a sleep saver. Total darkness, perfect rest, right? The kind of pitch-black cocoon that promises to cradle you into dreamland without a single streetlight sneaking through. And they've got a reputation as the gold standard for shut-eye. Not quite. Those heavy drapes might be leaving you groggy and low energy, throwing off your body's natural rhythms in ways you'd never pin on something as innocent as window dressing. Your body needs morning light to flip the switch from night to day. It's like an internal alarm clock wired into your biology, and sunlight tells your brain to cut off melatonin, the sleepy time hormone, and ramp up serotonin, the stuff that gets you alert and chipper. But if your room's a cave thanks to those thick, light-proof curtains, your brain misses the memo entirely, keeping you in a drowsy fog even after you've technically woken up, like you're stuck in a perpetual twilight zone. Ever oversleep on weekends or feel wiped despite a full night, dragging yourself to the coffee pot like a zombie? That's why. It's not laziness. It's your body pleading for a cue it's not getting. Plus, those hefty curtains trap air like a blanket fort gone wrong, making your room stuffy and stagnant. Dust and humidity pile up in the corners, turning your sleep space into a petri dish you're breathing all night long. And you're left sucking in junk instead of the crisp air your lungs want. Feeling sluggish, congested, or like your head's full of cotton when you roll out of bed. It's not just you. It's your air quality taking a hit from that fortress of fabric. And here's the mood kicker to really drive it home. No natural light tanks your serotonin levels, leaving you blah, unmotivated, or even a little down in the dumps without a clear culprit. Sunlight's a free mood lifter, and you're blocking it like it's the enemy. Think about those winter months when days are short and you feel off. Multiply that by a bedroom that never sees the sun, and you've got a recipe for dragging through your mornings. The fix isn't hard, and you don't have to sacrifice privacy or a decent night's sleep. Just rethink the blackout obsession. Swap those heavy curtains for light-filtering ones. Something breathable like cotton or linen that still dims the night, but lets dawn creep in to wake you naturally, syncing your body to the world outside like it's meant to. Or if you're married to your current setup, at least fling them open first thing. Crack a window while you're at it. Let air and sun hit you like a double shot of espresso for your soul, and watch your energy bounce back from the moment your feet hit the floor. Try it a few days, even just as an experiment. Ditch the cave vibe, let your room breathe, and feel how much peppier you are by breakfast. It's like a reset button you didn't know you had. This one's brutal but true. Your phone's a sleep assassin, and if it's within arm's reach when you hit the hay, it's time to face the music and break that habit. It's not just a harmless gadget, it's a wrecking ball to your rest. Scrolling before bed feels like a ritual. Catching up on texts, doom scrolling the news, or watching one more cat video because it's only 5 minutes. But that blue light pouring out of the screen tricks your brain into thinking it's high noon, not bedtime. And it's a bigger deal than you might think. Your brain relies on light cues to run its sleep-wake cycle. Darkness says, wind down. Light says, stay sharp. So when you're bathing your eyes in that glow, it slams the brakes on melatonin, the hormone that ushers you into slumber, keeping you wired when you should be drifting off. Can't fall asleep despite yawning your head off an hour ago, tossing and turning while your mind races? That's the glow at work, hijacking your natural rhythms like a caffeine jolt you didn't ask for. Even when you finally do nod off, your phone's still got tricks up its sleeve, those late-night pings from a group chat, that random buzz from an app you forgot to mute, or the half-asleep habit of grabbing it to check the time, all yanking you out of deep rest like a fish on a line. 8 hours in bed, but still zonked when the alarm blares, feeling like you ran a marathon in your sleep? Your phone's the thief, robbing you of the slow wave sleep your body craves to repair itself. Those little interruptions add up, leaving you with rest that's shallow and patchwork instead of the deep, healing kind you need. I get it, it's your lifeline. Maybe it's your alarm, your white noise machine, your everything. But that doesn't mean it gets a free pass to camp out on your pillow. Keep it out of arm's reach. Charge it across the room on a dresser, or better yet, banish it to the kitchen entirely, out of sight and out of mind. If that feels extreme, start small and work up to it. Need an alarm to get up for that early appointment? Get a cheap clock. Those little battery-powered ones still exist, ticking away without a screen to tempt you, and they won't sabotage your shut-eye like your phone does every night. At minimum, flip it to airplane mode. Turn it face down so the light can't flicker through, and set some ground rules. No scrolling after 9 p.m. No, just one more thing. That turns into an hour. Go phone-free for a week. No late-night rabbit holes. Just peace. And watch what happens. You'll sleep deeper, wake up with energy you forgot you had, and maybe even ditch that mid-morning slump that's been dogging you. Picture this. A bedroom that's a real sanctuary, not a glowing battlefield. Start small, move that phone tonight, and build from there. You'll thank me when you're bounding out of bed instead of crawling.